Well, thank you to my colleagues and to our leader and to all of you for coming. We're going to be on a recess sometime. And I know one thing, I know one thing about the recess, which is the four of us are all going to be doing something very similar. We're going to be traveling around our states, and we're going to be hearing a ton from our constituents. The last time I traveled around Virginia for a week was in April, and I'm going to be doing the same thing next week. And in April, at the front end of this tariff thing, here's what I was hearing. The tariff regime is increasing our costs. Businesses that bring in aluminum and steel, for example, which is everything from big manufacturers to the pie shop that buys aluminum pie tins from Canada, their costs are going up, and that affects their ability to sell. There's a second effect of the tariffs, which is the retaliation. When Donald Trump puts tariffs on other nations, they're going to put them on us. And in Virginia, that is hitting the ag and forestry sector the hardest. A sector that's already been hit pretty hard by low commodity prices in the last few years, that's being hit pretty hard by some of the deportation policies. So the retaliatory tariffs are like the second punch. And then the third punch is the reputational effect. We've got businesses now, or consumers in Canada, for example, they will not buy American products. They will not travel to the U.S. because they're so mad about the disrespect that is being visited upon them by Trump. So there's a triple level effect of raising the costs of imports, leading to retaliatory effects, and then a reputational effect that's really socking our people. And what you're seeing, and this is a good one, there is like a stair step of costs that are going up. Back to school this year is going to cost a lot more than back to school last year. And then Thanksgiving shopping this year, it's going to cost an awful lot more than last year. Then Christmas holiday shopping even more. The stair-step effect of it is really affecting folks. Chaos is next. The way Donald Trump does this, announce it, pause it, like Mexico. Well, why don't we wait another 60 or 90 days on Mexico? Offer an exception to you, but not to you. Nobody knows what to expect. And as I traveled around Virginia in April, I'm going to hear it again next week, I have a business. I want to invest more. I'm ready to invest, but I can't invest till I know what the rules are going to be. Or maybe I'm a multinational business. I could invest in the United States, or I could invest in Europe, or I could invest somewhere else. But I can't make an investment decision if I don't know what the rules are going to be. There's a lot of capital sitting on the sidelines now that should be invested in the American economy that isn't being invested because of the chaos. And then finally, the last point I'll make is corruption. President Trump announced yesterday something among all the unprecedented, truly unprecedented. It is an emergency that Brazil has chosen to prosecute a friend of mine. And therefore, as a president, I'm declaring under emergency powers a 50% tariff on all goods from Brazil, a nation where the U.S. has a trade surplus, not a trade deficit, because his friend is being prosecuted. That is not an emergency under IEPA. That is an unprecedented use of that power, and we need to take steps, and my colleagues here and I will take steps to challenge the president's use of the emergency powers in this most unusual way. Glad to be together with a team that is battling these chaotic, consequential, and corrupt tariffs that are hurting Americans.
Thank you, Tim. And before